Hi, this is David and Lars from the Swedish black and sludge metal band This Gift is a Curse.
And you're listening to The Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Hi, David and Lars. Thank you very much for taking time out for this interview. It's a great honor to have you here and to welcome to the Metal Bloodshed with a Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to have you guys here. Before we go over to talk about this great band, This Gift is a Curse, I really want to ask you, who inspired you guys? What were you guys doing before you joined this band?
We've been playing in this band for 10 years now. So before that, I was just playing in random metal bands in Stockholm, trying to do something that someone cared about. And then I met Jonas, our singer, and we started talking about starting this band.
David?
I was playing a couple of hardcore bands and like screamo bands and doing that thing. But I always wanted to do something else as well, doing the black metal thing. But I did that for many years in another city in Sweden. But then I joined this band and I've been here for only 4 years.
I see you guys are either in your mid or late 20s or early 30s. How do you guys see the metal scene in Stockholm and in Sweden in general?
I think it's alive, and it's really some new bands are coming up, and from the underground it's really good. I'm not sure in Stockholm, actually. I'm not sure what's happening because I don't have that insight on what's happening, really.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to be a band in Stockholm. There's not that many places to play live shows that fits smaller bands and like newcomers, and it's expensive to get a rehearsal space, and Stockholm is not a really good city to be a small band in.
I get to speak to so many bands all over the world, and to me, Scandinavia in general, the metal scene is progressive more than any other place.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of good bands.
Yeah, a lot of good bands popping up.
Yeah.
Okay, go over to the band. This Gift is a Curse. Were founded in Stockholm by a fateful chances meeting of vocalist Jonas Holmberg and drummer Johan Nordlund in the late summer of 2008. And the duo soon recruited guitarist Patrik Andersson and Lars Gunnarsson on bass. Going back over a decade in time, how did you guys decided to form the band, and where did you meet with the rest of the guys to complete the band lineup at the time, and where did you come up with this name? This Gift is a Curse.
It's a long time ago, so I think it was Johan and Jonas met, and I came along, and I knew this guy called Patrik who played guitar in a metal band with me earlier, and so we in the rehearsal space and started to do noise
together.
Yeah, and the sound grew, and
it was a quite different band in the beginning.
Yeah, it was more hardcore, like chaotic hardcore, something like that.
The passion of the style of music to add the black and the sludge to it.
I think it was, I can only speak for for the other guys because I wasn't there at the time, but I think everybody enjoyed black metal and sludge. So I think it was like, it came natural after a point to just do that thing as well.
Lars, since you were together with the band at the first beginning, so where did this name came from?
That's the hardest question. I think it sounds cool.
That's it?
Yeah. No, but it was Jonas, the singer, who came up with it, and I think he could have a really good answer to it, but I don't remember.
I wasn't there.
No.
But at least, I mean, this name pull people to be curious, to at least look, hey, let me take a look. What band is this, with this so very particular name? It's a great idea to come up with this name. I believe it attracts people.
Yeah, I think so too. It grows on you. You can decide for yourself what Yeah.
Okay, the band released its debut album, the self-titled EP, This Gift is a Curse, in 2010, and the debut full-length, Gvilt Bearer, on April 15, 2012, both via the Swedes label Discourage Records. How was this album being received, and how was the band live performances gone in Sweden and in Europe? What did you most enjoy of that experience back then?
It was in the beginning, so I think for me, I thought everything was really funny, and the music when we played live shows, it took some out. It was got accepted really good, and it was, these tours where you go when you're a small band and no one knows you. Sometimes there was 2 people there, and sometimes it was more, but it was really hard tours at the beginning, long trips and cold weather, but it was fun.
But do you feel back then that the first albums got a lot of response from the fans?
Yeah, I think so. Gvilt Bearer, a lot of people wrote on different forums on internet about this album, and that's how the chief of Season of Mist got a hold of us. It was because a lot of people was writing about Gvilt Bearer on internet on different forums, so it kind of grew in the underground scene.
Talking about these albums, the EP, This Gift is a Curse, was recorded at legendary Sunlight Studio. This was with Thomas Skogberg. Also worked with Entombed, Catatonia, Tiamat, Dismember. While the full-length album, Gvilt Bearer, was recorded at a secret location in north of Stockholm with Magbjörk. Tell us, guys, how was your experience with both producer, and why did you switch to Magbjörk for the second album, and why a secret location to record with this producer?
Yeah, Thomas Skogsberg was a really professional guy to work with. He had his studio in his barn out in the forest, and really liked the recording that he did, but there was something missing that we wanted for the full length, some more evil sound, something like that. So we had this contact Magbjörk, who done some records before that was more into the sound that we wanted, and the secret location is a place where we thought that could get the feeling from this location into the music.
Okay. This Gift is a Curse team up with Magbjörk once again to record the band's third album in an abandoned house, again close to Stockholm, and All Hail The Swinelord was released late in 2015. What have you guys done differently this time, or what have you correct then on All Hail The Swinelord compared to the previous albums? Was the recording gone much easier this time with Magbjörk at this abandoned secret location?
Yeah, a bit more easy, but the music, since we recorded pretty much in these places where it's not a studio, it's more like these abandoned houses and secret location. It's not the area where you usually record, so it's pretty painful. It's loud and it's harsh. So it kind of went a bit better, but a bit faster than the first album was. But it was still as painful.
I have the feeling that Mr. Magbjörk, the more secret, the more weird the place is, the more darker he gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, go back. To my question. What have you guys done differently this time? I'm talking about All Hail The Swinelord compared to the album Gvilt Bearer.
We wanted it to be more dark.
Okay.
Did you do anything different, like studio-wise?
No.
Same setup?
It was the same procedure, how we recorded, but we just wanted it to be more intense and more,
The band's third album, All Hail The Swinelord, was released on October 16, 2015, through Season of Mist record. After two releases with the local record label, the Scotch Records, the band went over with the French Season of Mist. How did you seal the deal with them?
They contacted us, as I said before, like this, the chief of Season of Mist read about Gvilt Bearer on web forums, underground web forums, and he got interested, and he emailed us and asked if we wanted to join the Season of Mist label.
Was this a surprise for you guys? Were you excited?
Yeah, of course. It was a lot of artists on the label is kind of our idol, so we got really psyched about that. It was really fun.
Okay. I mean, come on, to get in touch, I mean, with this great record label must be amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
After some Scandinavian and European tours and promotion of the album, All Hail The Swinelord, in 2016, the band decided it was time to go back into the void to start the writing new music. This process started with the recruitment of a second guitarist, David Rivian. What was the purpose of adding a second guitarist where you recruited David, and how was the band received in Asia, in Japan, on your 2017 trip there?
The first answer is that the band wanted to add more layers to their music and get some new persons to write music. They needed more inputs on the writing. I knew Lars and Jonas a little bit since before, and they contacted me and asked if I wanted to join. And I came to the rehearsal space and had some ideas, and we tried it out. And
David, have you seen the band play live before you joined them?
Yeah, I was at the release party for All Hail The Swinelord. It was a really cool experience.
That was your first time seeing this band live?
Yes, and only like 2 months or 3 months after that, they asked me to join the band. So I was really surprised, actually.
So did you get to play right away with the band? I mean, after you have talked to them?
I think we talked a bit first, and then I came to the rehearsal space and we tried it out. And I think we tried 1 or 2 times, and then it was a seal deal or something like that.
You had a set of 3 albums, tracks to start practicing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, how was your trip to Japan? To Japan,
it was super. It's really cool to play in Japan, and we got really well received down there. And we did this little mini tour with the band called Seek, and they took care of us the whole time. It was really amazing.
How do you see the Japanese metal crowd? How they respond to you? I ask this because, I always go on tour, either South America, North America, or Europe, but I've never been to Asia. And since I just wondering, imagine these Japanese metalheads with their hands up, but small, small. They are small people headbanging there.
They were really, really cool guys. Like, was not really that different, except they're super polite. But
Yeah.
And we were. It was really a great experience, and I think they really enjoyed our music as well. We got a whole new fan base over there.
Yeah.
This gift is, of course, will return with their deadly new album, A Throne of Ash. This will be released on June 14, 2019 via Season of Mist record. The quintet unleash destructive modern synths that pulls from the subgenre of metallic extremity, the ice-cold veneer of black metal, the cacophonous thunder of noisecore, and the vicious attack of grind crust. Guys, if you don't mind, could you present to us the album, please?
Yeah, the record starts with Haema. That is an instrumental song. It's got a really nice dark industrial vibe to it. It's really, really heavy. And then we start out with Blood is My Harvest. That's the first song, and it's one of the singles that is released already in internet. Yeah. Then we go over to Thresholds, a more mid-tempo song. Starts out mid-tempo and gets really fast. And then we go to Gate Dweller. It's one of the faster songs on the record, really aggressive. And then we go to Monuments for Dead Gods, one of the slower songs on the record, also released on internet with a video and listening. After that comes our first single, Wolf King. We also did a video for that one, available on internet. And then this I Am Catharsis, really fast song, punkish feel to it. The ones who have heard the record holds this as their favorite, actually, most people. And then In Your Black Halo. After that comes the last song, it's Wormwood Star, and it's a slow song, some really atmospheric vibe to it. That's it.
Show
Okay, this new monstrous black beast is a dark journey of 48 minutes and 7 seconds, written in a barrage of heavy and intense riffing, ferocious blast beats, nightmarish soundscape, ritualistic howls, and occult themes vocals brace for impact. How was the writing process gone for this album? Was it done in a different way than All Hail the Swinelord? And do you believe that this one, A Throne of Ash, is the darkest of all?
Yeah, it is.
I would say the writing process has been different since I came in the band, because earlier the songs was written in another way, and when I joined, I did a lot of riffs for this record, and since I am a songwriter, I took a lot of responsibility for this record as well, and did a lot together with the other guys, of course, but we did it together.
And it didn't take that much time for David to.
You're talking about the music or the lyrics?
The lyrics is completely Jonas. I'm talking about the music.
Okay, but even though you have been put responsible this time for the music, do you believe that you still try to maintain on this album the still vibe that the band has been doing, the type of music the band been doing on the last album as well?
Yes. It took me like 1 year to fully understand how to write music for this band. Sure, I did some small parts here and there in the beginning, but we didn't keep everything. But after like 1 year in the band, I started to see the whole picture, and then we could really write songs a lot faster.
The band worked with the great William Blackmon of the Overlook Studio in Gävle, Sweden, but also kept their roots by recording parts of the album at Norra Begravningsplatsen in Stockholm, including producer Max Björk. To the whole process and mastering was done by none other than Magnus Lindberg. Also worked with bands like Cult of Luna, Tribulation, Alcest, etc. How was your time and experience at this studio been, and working with William Blackmon and Magnus Lindberg, and especially bringing Magyar back on board? Why?
William Blackmon was really, really good. He did a great job for us recording parts of the record, and the rest that we did with Magbjörk, we did most parts ourselves, but with his supervision. He helped out setting sounds and stuff like that, but the recording thing we did ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And with Magnus Lindberg, we didn't actually meet him. We kept an email conversation, and he did a great job, as always.
You brought Magbjörk back on board. I mean, that's the kind of way that his supervision, the work's done, or to get a certain sound level or quality.
He knows what we want, and he knows how to
Express it.
Yeah, express it for us when it comes to setting sounds and locations, and so that's why we want him there. It's in some way.
Yeah.
Okay. I laugh because he's a great producer, but also a weird one.
A weak one.
A weird one. Strange.
Okay.
I love his hidden and abandoned places.
Oh yeah. That's how we like it.
This Gift is a Curse have released 2 musical videos for the tracks Vulcan and Monuments for Death God, and official track premiere for the song Blood is Harvest, as you just said. If I'm not wrong, in support of promotion of the new album, which will be released next Friday, June 14, 2019, through Season of Mist. So for we that are so impatiently awaiting for the release date of your new album, guys, will there be another single in any form made available before the album release?
No. So now it's just 1 week until the whole thing is dropped. So there won't be another single.
After already have worked with them, what are the band expectation this time from Season of Mist, and how do you feel to be part of this great and prestigious record label?
They released one album for us, and it turned out that they're really good. We got this promotional guy called Gunnarsson who did everything for us, and he did a really good job, and he helped us, and the record came out really good. So, and now he quit, and we got this new girl called Jessica, I think.
Yeah, Jessica.
Jessica.
Is doing a really good job as well.
Yeah. So Season of Mist helps us with promotion, and they do a really good job.
Yes, I want to take this chance to say thanks to Jessica to get me the promotional package, and she's been so kind.
Yeah.
This gift is a curse and met by Carling's present on June 15. I'm listening for a Throne of Ash LP. The day after this gift is a curse, long-awaited third album, A Throne of Ash, is released at Jotskottsbuckle at the Sluisen. Is this a kind of album release party? Will there be more bands playing, and will there also merchandising being sold for this night?
Yes, it's going to be a listening pre-party, you could say, like that. It's not going to be any bands playing. It's just going to be us there, and we're going to have some DJs. A band called Cantor. It's a really cool band. They're going to do some DJing at the place, but we won't play live, and there's not going to be any other bands playing live. We're just going to listen to the record and some other great music and hang out and have a good time. And it's going to be for free, so people can just pop in and buy some merchandise, buy the new record and limited stuff that we're going to release special for this night.
This is something that you usually do in Sweden, because I haven't heard of it from any other bands before, just a listening party or meeting.
No, it's not typical for this, especially not for us. But we got this opportunity from Mad Store, and it's like a gallery with fashion and with denim and music. So they gave us this opportunity to do this release.
It's like a meet and greet.
Yeah,
something like that.
And then we want to have a live show after the summer to like a release record show.
Okay. You like heavy music and the violent sea, you are in luck. This gift is, of course, will play on the cruise ship between Stockholm and Bo, Finland, presented by Close Up Beaten, 24th and 25th of October, together with bands like Galsweird, Harakiri for the Sky, Tribulation, just to name a few. Is this the band first time on this cruise?
Yes, it is.
Bands and metalheads fans will be there on board.
It's a metal cruise.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fans.
How many fans do you expect there? How many bands will be playing there?
Oh, it's a lot of bands, and how many people? I have no idea.
I think 500,000. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Maybe the boat can have like 2,000-3,000 people, but I don't know how many people that will show up. But I think they have these cruises every year, so I think it's very popular.
Something like the 70 tons of metal cruise?
Something like that, yeah. But I think it's a bit smaller because I think that boat is really, really big.
Yeah, because that boat gathers around 200 bands and 400 fans, something like that.
Yeah, I think bands that are playing is like maybe 15 bands for 2 days.
Okay, very great. I need to get a ticket there.
Yeah, yes. You should.
The band have joined the ranks of the newly formed Ghost Trail Booking, where you guys will share a minimum roster with acts such as Implore, Titan, Angst, Hexis, or Hexis, or you want to call them, Walk Through Fire, Fire Creature, to name a few. This will certainly mean that guys will play more shows. How did the marriage between you and Ghost Trail Booking took place, guys?
It's Philip is the singer in Hexis, and we've been touring with Hexis a couple of times, so we know the Hexis guys pretty good. And he and I think it was Gabo from Implore started, and another guy, Tom. They started this Ghost Trail Bookings too. Yeah, I think Philip is a guy that tours all the time, and he's got a lot of connections all over the world, and I think he fits for this job.
Okay.
And he asked us if we wanted to join, and yeah, sure. He knows everyone.
Okay, once again, this gift is a curse. Band's members are Patrik Andersson, guitars and vocals, David Deravian, guitars and vocals, Lars Gunnarsson, bassist and vocals, Jonas Holmberg, lead vocals, and Johan Nordlund, the drummer. How do you feel now after having expanded the lineup from 4 to 5 members? And do you feel that this is the strongest and best lineup ever? And would you like to keep the direction the band is going for many more years?
I can't compare it to anything, so I would say yes.
Yeah, I feel that the music is it's more complete with 2 guitars.
Okay, and for future albums, you're gonna be walking on the same path?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We have already started to make new songs. We have like 4 of them already, so we'll see what happens next and when we will record, where we will record, who will record it, and so on, so on.
This gift is a cursed vomit forth a steady stream of pitch black venomous hate. The Swedes passionately demonstrate that the black metal remains a fertile ground for new sound, combining elements of hardcore and sludge with influences from occult black metal as well as drone. A throne of ashes set a new branch mark for vitriolic viciousness and massive sonic onslaught. Recommended if you like so bands like Death Spell Omega, Cult of Luna, Dark Funeral if you may, Hexis, Primitive Man, Death to the Dying World, Harakiri for the Sky, Amnira, and many more great black and sludge bands. After having signed to Ghost Trail Booking, guys, and with the hope, trust, and willing to be playing at more shows, what else is there already booked to be performed this year at For This Gift Is a Curse? One, on the support of the yet to be released album A Throne of Ash on June 14th via Season of Mist.
We're going to do a festival in the southern parts of Sweden in October. It's called the Slaktmånad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a black metal festival. We play with bands like Sinmara and Svarte Daudi from Iceland, and Gra from, I think they're from Sweden.
Sweden, yes. I interview Helge Mader. He's a band leader and owner, if you want to say so. He's also the funeral vocalist, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're going to do that festival in October, and then we have another festival in Sweden as well that is in November. I think it's like in Halloween or something like that. We play with At the Gates and some other bands I can't remember right now, and some other shows as well. That is not totally 100% yet, but there's going to be some shows in the autumn and winter.
Nothing after the band release the album here in, somewhere in the summer?
And nothing in this summer, no.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's going to be, the first show is going to be in probably end of September and then in October.
Okay. Guys, I want to thank you very much once again for making this interview possible. And
Thank
I want
you.
to hand you over the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio for you to invite all your friends, fans to support the bands, to buy the early albums, but to buy this upcoming album, Throne of Ash, which will be, for those that has not heard this album yet, it will be a monster. It will be a killer. It will be a masterpiece. So this album, you must have it in your collection. I really, dig deep into this album and I listened to the whole album and I really enjoyed it. It's very great, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Before I hand you over the microphone for you to thanks all the people you want to thanks, I want to ask you before we leave about the album that will be released this coming Friday, June 14. And how many format will this be available, guys?
It will be in
Pretty much all formats.
Yeah.
It's going to be on cassette, CD, vinyl, and download.
Vinyl in different colors?
Yes.
I think it's three colors.
Okay. But how about merchandises? For those who wants to, support the bands and have T-shirt, banners. Have T-shirt, have patches, whatever you guys have available. Is it already on your Bandcamp? Yes, for them to order.
I think it's not yet up there, but it's going to be really soon, and some really limited stuff as well. With, as you said, from patches to T-shirts to long sleeves to tote bags to the records and some other cool stuff. And I think Season of Mist also has a pre-order thing going on right now with some limited T-shirt designs as well.
Okay. Yes. What else want to ask? I think this is once again. Yes, the microphone is all yours, guys, to invite all your friends, all your fans to support the bands, to attend the bands, the shows the band has already scheduled, and without a hesitate to support the new album. And go buy it. The microphone is yours.
Yeah. This gift is a curse. We're releasing A Throne of Ash on the 4th of June. Check it out. Come see us live when we play in your town or close to your town. And thank you for having us on this interview very much.
Okay, David?
Yeah.
That's you. And Lars?
Yeah.
You have the last word.
Okay. Thank you very much for letting us do this interview. It's been super fun.
Guys, once again, thank you very much. And like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Abat.